Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be giving you an in-depth crosshair guide teaching you how to create your very own crosshair that is something that you like. Just to preface this video, your crosshair choice is personal preference, meaning you might like your crosshair but everyone else might hate it, and as long as you really like your crosshair, that's all that really matters. And so a lot of you seem to like my crosshair, and I'm going to be giving you the code for my crosshair as well as all the other crosshairs that I show you throughout this video in the description below. Hey guys, if you like my style of teaching and you want more, make sure to check out my Patreon in the link down below. You can find a couple of courses that I have that people really found effective. Both the mentality course as well as a competitive fundamentals course are two of my best sellers. Make sure to find those, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. And so basically how you import that code is you're going to hit escape, and then you're going to come to the crosshair tab and you're going to click import crosshair code, import profile code, and it's the down arrow. So you click that, you paste it right here, you click import, and it just pops up. It's very easy, very simple, and you get any crosshair. But first guys, I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to create your own crosshair, because I think this is actually kind of important. I think instead of just copying other people's crosshairs, you can make your own. I'm going to do this just very briefly. So basically click create new profile. I've done that right here, and a couple things you're going to want to change. First of all, understand that inner lines, this is how you create your crosshair. So whenever someone says like, oh yeah, my crosshair is 1211 or 1322, this is where you change that. Outer lines, I turn outer lines off. So you see that's what's changing that there. Most people have outer lines off. Some people keep them on. You can create some really cool designs, shapes, stuff like that. But here we can change the color. We can change like whatever we want. Now you can even change to like anything, any hex. Here I like light blue a lot. What you're going to see here is that I have some glowing crosshairs. I really like the glowing blue and the glowing red because these show up extremely well. And again, these are pretty small. I prefer smaller crosshairs that are closer together. One more thing worth mentioning before I show you guys the rest of my crosshairs is what we can do here is change these to how we like. So inner lines, go to inner lines, and I just want you guys to see this is almost always going to be 1. But here, I want to show you guys what this looks like. So see, this one makes this bigger. Obviously, you probably don't want 121 crosshair. You can change this though, like if you like it smaller or if you like it a bit bigger. Some you might like even up to like here or something. This is personal preference, right? And then let's see what this one does. Inner line thickness. So this is, as you can see, if we make this bigger, this is going to make this a little bit thicker. So, you know, what I would recommend is if you're newer to Valorant or newer to FPS games, I would recommend making your crosshair a little bigger. Not super big. Super big is not necessary. But this makes it a little thicker. And then inner line offset, this is going to make it wider. So I would not recommend making this too wide because you want to be trying to like click heads, right? You don't want to be clicking, you don't want to make it confusing for yourself. So I would recommend you can space out a little bit. In fact, some of you might actually like how this looks, but I prefer not to have this too spaced out. And just play with these numbers. This one's always going to be 1. It's just these 3 values here. And this is a very simple way to concoct your own crosshair. So now, guys, I'm going to be going in and showing you each one of the crosshairs that I have created or that I found for this video. So again, the first 2 are here. These are mine. If you would like to just type in the values, it's 1211. For this one, the blue bean one, is what it looks like. If you guys would like to create a crosshair like this, go to my Valorant CC guide video. And same with this red one, it's the same thing. Valorant CC guide video, I'll put that in the description. And it's also 1211. Alright guys, so now we're moving on to the 3 crosshairs that I've picked out for this video. If you guys do like these crosshairs that I've picked out, let me know, and I will find more for future videos. So this is going to be the first one. It's called circular. So if you guys want this crosshair, find it in the description, circular, and then import the code right here, okay? That's how this is going to work. So this is what it looks like. I do like how this looks quite a lot. It's like got a square and then some circles around it and a nice dark background. Yeah, it feels very nice to use. By the way, guys, I think a lot of crosshair is just psychological, right? So whenever you hear someone like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change my crosshair, it's a lot like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna change my crosshair because maybe it'll make me play better. Maybe it'll somehow I'll just gain confidence or something. And I think that's a lot of what crosshair is, and it's just kind of satisfying for you to use one crosshair more than another, and this varies from person to person, right? Like you might like one crosshair a lot, and you might hate a crosshair that someone else loves, and vice versa, and that's completely okay. This crosshair is quite clean. Let me know if you guys like it. I'm gonna rate this crosshair a nice 7.5 out of 10 because I think it's maybe slightly big for me. I'm not a big fan of the dark circle behind it. but I think it's pretty nice shape, and I think it's pretty clean. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next one's called Red X, so if you guys want that one, find that in the description below. This one is very clean. This one's like a normal crosshair, except it's turned on the side, and I favor this because it's quite small, right? So I like the shape and I like the size. Okay, so the one gripe that I have about this crosshair though is the color. So obviously if you don't like a color, you can just change it, so there's no real problem there, right? I can just change the color to whatever color I like. I think it's more that there's no background though, so it might be kind of hard to see this on certain maps, but I think the shape is really nice, and some of you guys might actually like how it doesn't have an outline. It feels really nice to use. I would rate this one a solid 8, so this one's pretty nice for sure. And let's go ahead and move on to the last one. Now it's no longer Red X. Let me go ahead and just change that back to red since, yeah. And then we have Round with X. So this is like it's like a round. It's kind of got an X in the middle. It kind of looks like a screw. It looks like you're gonna unscrew a screw. So like the top of a screw. So this is pretty nice. I really like the design. I think it's quite pretty. Let's go ahead and test it out. So it feels pretty nice as well. I feel like, again, this one might be slightly big for me, but I would actually rate this one 8 or 8.5, just because of the design. And again, let's see what it looks like as a different color. Pink, okay, yellow, okay, I like this actually. It does feel kind of weird. You have to get used to the X in the middle. But once you realize like that's the center point, it's kind of satisfying to use. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to find more crosshairs like this, because I could just compile crosshairs that I like from a bunch of videos, and if you guys like these as well, then I think that would be very useful for us all. And yeah guys, let me know if you have any other questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.